Sup, Nerdmigos? I'm the Jive talking nerd, John Northgrove, and this is Nerd Jive. Yes, I know I was supposed to upload something on Monday, and instead I'm doing this on Tuesday, so I'm technically a day behind, but you got that sweet-ass video of Dom cutting a can of expanding foam in half, so I feel like that's probably good enough. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. It's amazing. But, so let's get into the news real quick. Let's try to make this done, because I got about a billion things to do tonight. So first up, if you have not already heard, which I imagine everybody has, Adam West passed away this weekend at the age of 88. Stupid watch. He is best known for his role... Forgot what I was even talking about. He's best known for his role as Batman in the 1966 television series on, I believe it was ABC or NBC. I get those two confused. As well as he was Mayor Adam West in Family Guy. Legitimately the best character in that show. All right, sad news out of the way. Let's move on to E3 news, since that's what everybody's talking about. Why not do that? So, we're just gonna go through. I'm just gonna go through some game announcements that caught my interest. Tell you whether or not I'm gonna get them. So first up, Assassin's Creed Origins. It is set in ancient Egypt. It looks like your standard Assassin's Creed game. I'm probably gonna get it. I get all of them. I'm not a big fan, but I get them, so whatever. Assassin's Creed Origins. It looks good. You know, the gameplay on Assassin's Creed games is kind of half-assed, but it looks really good. It comes out October 27th for all systems, and the Xbox One X November 7th. Next up is BioWare is coming out with a new franchise called Anthem. It's in this dystopian future world. It's got these flying mechs called javelins, and you play as a character type called a freelancer. So I feel like we should make a category called Avatar. It's kind of like Avatar, not The Last Airbender, but the James Cameron film, because it's got a bunch of crazy animals and it's in like a different place, but also there's like technology and guns and shit. So it's Avatar-esque, I would call it. It looks amazing. It's like infinitely customizable. They're claiming it's incredibly open world. You can customize your suits, so your javelins are like, you can have a heavy assault, or you can have one set for speed, or one set for weapons, or whatever. It looks really, really good. I'm 100% going to get it. It's supposed to come out for all systems in fall of 2018. So next up is Crackdown 3. The promo was hilarious. It featured Terry Crews, who I absolutely love. I've never played the first two Crackdowns. In fact, I've never even heard of them. It's got this kind of shaded cell art form that kind of looks interesting. I probably won't get it, but I might. So we'll see how that goes. So after that, we got Star Wars Battlefront 2, which looks amazing. It's supposed to have a story mode, which is great. I bought the first Star Wars Battlefront last year and I enjoyed it, but it didn't have a story mode, and I kind of don't care about online gameplay, so I kind of didn't get a lot. I didn't really take a lot from it, but I'm 100% going to get this. It includes story mode, includes classes for multiplayer, clones and droids are included, and it has an improved flight system, so I'm definitely going to get it. It looks super awesome, and yeah, I mean, it's Star Wars. As long as they improve the lightsaber thing, although I've heard that somebody is working on like a lightsaber fighting specific game, which is awesome. So when I hear more about that, I'll say I'll point it out. But I was watching a YouTube video and somebody mentioned it. They're like, oh, you know, so-and-so is working on a game specifically for lightsaber battles, and I was just like, yes, because that's the best. Like, I don't want to shoot a blaster at somebody. I don't care about that. I want lightsabers, all the lightsabers. So whatever. So after that is Bethesda news. So I'm a big Bethesda fan. The Bethesda event was dense as fuck. I watched it. It was awesome, but it was dense. It's like 30 minutes or 35 minutes. It's on YouTube. Just look up the Bethesda E3 2017 event. You can find the full event and watch it. I mean, and it's 100% worth it. I would do that for most of them, but okay. Make sure it wasn't a text message. But I'm just going to go over quick what they did. So first of all, Doom VFR. I imagine the F stands for fuck, because it's just Doom VR. 100% getting this. It looks amazing. All right, and also Fallout 4 is coming to VR. So Fallout 4 VR, Doom VFR. Now they're both coming to the HTC Vive, but the Doom VFR is also going to come to PlayStation VR. Now I have a PS4. I don't have a PS4 Pro or whatever, and I'm not going to waste the money on one. But I'll probably just buy an HTC Vive and then get Doom VFR and Fallout 4 VR to run on those. Also, these are full game purchases, so it's not like like an upgrade to the game that you already have. It's a whole new game. I guess they had to do a bunch of work on it or whatever. I know people are complaining about it. Oh, I have to buy a whole new game. I should just be able to play in VR. But that's stupid. Just buy the new game. It's 100% different, obviously, because as opposed to controlling it in a traditional sense, you have to control it through VR. That's going to be more complicated. So I understand why they're doing that, and I have no problem with it. So boom, go with it. 100% getting it. I'm buying an HTC Vive. I don't want to, but I have to now because Doom is the best game ever, and Fallout 4 is probably within the top 5 best games ever. So, and they're both coming to VR, so I have to get one now. Done. Oh, also they have Star Trek Bridge Command for the HTC Vive, and that shit looks amazing. I'm a huge Trekkie, so 100%. But so those two. Elder Scrolls is getting an update called Elder Scrolls Morrowind. That looks dope. I never played any of the Elder Scrolls games. Like, I kind of missed the Skyrim train for some reason. But I might test it out. I might try it out with Morrowind. We'll just see how I feel about that. Skyrim is coming to the Switch. I'm definitely getting that. I own a Switch. I love it. I'm like, why not? There's this thing where, like, you can use the Link amiibo to, like, upload Link into the game, so you can play as Link with like the Hyrule sword and shield and all that stuff, which is awesome. You know, the classic Link costume. So I'm excited about that. That looks good. I'll probably get that for the Switch. There's a new Dishonored game coming out. It looks good. Never played the Dishonored games. Maybe I'll try it out. We'll see how on sale it is. Really what matters is when it comes out. If it's in a time when a bunch of games are going to come out, then I probably won't buy it. If it comes out in a lull, then I may buy it. So we'll see how that turns out. Evil Within 2, never played the first one, but it looks terrifying, so I'm 100% going to buy it. I love horror games. And Wolfenstein 2, which I'm incredibly excited about. Wolfenstein is such a great franchise. It's so good. I have the most recent 2 Wolfensteins, I think, on my laptop, and they're so much fun. Oh my god. And they're just... I started the first game in like medium, like the first, or not the first Wolfenstein, but the most recent Wolfenstein. I started in like medium difficulty, and got to this point that I could not get past. I was like, all right, fine, you beat me. Let's step it down to easy and keep going. One of those kind of things. Like Wolfenstein is just, it's awesome. And this new one, this Wolfenstein 2, is like Nazis have taken over America or something, and you're part of this like rebellion to stand against them. It looks awesome. The graphics look awesome. Of course, all of these have gameplay trailers, so you can just, they'll all be linked below, so check that out. And the last piece of news I wanted to go over was the Xbox One X.
What's up, Nerdmigos?
Dumb. Watch that video of him cutting that thing. It was fucking dope, seriously. So the last piece of news is the Xbox One X. First off, that's the stupidest name ever. Microsoft needs to fire whoever came up with that. The Xbox One X is too many X's. It's like, what is there, like 3 X's in that name? That's too many X's. So I'm done with it, whatever. It launches November 7th for $4.99. It's capable of 4K gameplay at 60 FPS. All Xbox One games and Xbox One X games and Xbox One Slim or Pro or whatever the fuck the mid-tier one was, they'll all play for it. Xbox One X is going to be like an experience thing where like an Xbox One game will play in it, but an Xbox One X experienced game will be like 4K capable and all this kind of stuff. Now I have a 4K TV, it's like a shit one, but I have 4K TV. I haven't owned, well, I have an Xbox 360 at my dad's house. That it's not even here. I never play it, like whatever. I'll probably buy the Xbox One X. It's like $500. It's not that expensive. It's got that, it's like next level, really what's going to make a decision on it is whether or not it releases with good games. And I know that there are a couple of exclusives that are going to be like, oh, it's going to release for the Xbox One X first, and then down the road it'll come out to the PlayStation. So I may end up getting one. I kind of hate the Xbox controller. I think the PS4 controller is way better. So we'll see. We'll see how November treats me financially to be able to afford one of those. But there's this thing where it's supposed to be capable of supporting VR, but so like they said something to the extent of it's capable of supporting VR and we're going to be VR, capable and all this, but they don't technically have VR stuff. So what I wonder is Microsoft sort of has two paths it can take with this. It's either going to produce something tantamount similar to the PlayStation VR, which is going to be shit, and they're going to sell it with the Xbox One X, which I kind of don't think they're going to do. If they're smart, what they would do is start selling the HoloLens that can connect to the Xbox One X. So it's like, hey, you already have an Xbox One X. Why not spend an additional $500 to $700 and get the HoloLens and play kick-ass video games in VR? And also, they'll have been selling more HoloLenses. So hopefully that's what they're going to do. Yeah, we'll see. Microsoft does weird shit because they don't really need the money from the Xbox. I feel like they make enough money with like regular Microsoft shit, so they're kind of whatever. But either way, quickie news. Yeah, I missed yesterday, so this is a little behind, but fuck you guys, who cares? If you haven't seen the thing that I uploaded on Monday, it's like a minute long, so watch that. If you're interested in more E3 coverage, it's all over YouTube, man. Follow that stuff. Specifically, listen to their like watch the panels. They're like 30 minutes at a time. They're all being uploaded. They're incredibly informative. They're dense and they're long. Most of them I don't even watch. I just put in the headphones and listen to and don't pay attention to like visually while I'm working. So that's worth a shot. But either way, I've been John Norgrove. This has been Nerd Jive. Stay nerdy.